Detroit Lions general manager Brad Holmes got in front of the media today for about 25 minutes, and he basically talked about the NFL draft and his approach to how he is going to approach year 4. And for a rare occasion, the media actually asked some decent questions. Now, there's a lot of stuff to go over, but there's one thing in particular that really stood out. It's nothing we haven't heard before as far as everything else. He was talking about not reaching for somebody, not taking somebody based off need. If there's somebody there, they're going to take them. If they don't believe anybody is there, they're going to trade back. And that's what I want to focus on today is the Detroit Lions trading back potentially from number 29. Now, what I like, believe it or not, and somebody in the comment section said that I spent half the video defending myself and explaining myself. And he was right. I watched the video back and I was like, man, you took a long time explaining yourself. But the reason that I did that is because I don't ever want to be one of those guys that you guys feel goes back on his word. Whether I'm wrong or right, I want to make sure that I stand on my integrity. So I kind of precede the point of the video with explaining myself because I know y'all don't forget, and I want you to know I haven't forgotten what I said, whether it's about James Houston, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell. I'm not going to change. If I'm sorry, if I make a mistake or need to apologize, I will. But so that's why I do that. But I said that because, believe it or not, I like this guy. I do. I think him and Dan Campbell are the guys that are going to bring us to a Super Bowl. But when you get to the NFC title game, or you've been seeing something for so long, right? The defense has been bad for the whole time he's been here. And it's gotten marginally better overall. We had a great run defense, but our pass defense was miserable. And we talk about making teams one-dimensional. You don't want to make teams one-dimensional. But with the Detroit Lions last year, it really didn't matter. You couldn't run on us, but you could pass on us. So them being one-dimensional was not a big deal, right? So, but he said something today at the very end of his press conference that really stood out to me. Somebody asked him about trading out of the first round and how the draft is in Detroit, and consider, how would the fans react? They've been there. The draft is in their home city. And this is something we've been talking about for a long time. Would Brad Holmes even consider trading out of pick 29, knowing that the draft is in the city of Detroit, knowing that you got the inner circle, you got the fans outside of the bubble, and they're waiting to see the pick happen for their team in their city? Would he trade out? And he said he's going to do what's best for the football team. And I believe he always believes he's doing what's best for the football team. Just do I align with that? Not necessarily, but who am I? I'm a dude sitting in the basement talking about his favorite team, right? So I like that. I like that he's going to do that. If there's nobody there, because if you think about it, he's not trying to appease me. He's not trying to appease you. He's trying to put the best possible team together. My reaction is a little different from y'all's. That's all. If I see something, I like it and I want it, right? If I don't get it and I feel that we need it, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. The stove is hot, right? The stove is hot. You see the fire and you keep touching it, right? The defense is bad. And I just feel like there have been things that have been neglected, that certain love has gone more places. But I love this. I love the fact that he's like, I'll apologize later. Like which is funny because he used the word humble not too far after that. But I like that because it was a little swag in there. He was like, listen, I'm going to do what's best for the team. I'll apologize later. I'll send a little note and apologize later. And will he mean it? Probably not. I mean, he just told you he's going to do what's best for the football team. So I'm sorry I didn't get to pick. I didn't pick in front of the fans and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Know that I'm doing what's best for the football team. So I love this. If you can trade back and you can get more picks, we don't have a 4th round pick. So if you could trade back with somebody that is going to want a 5th year option, you could do that. I'm not going to be mad if he does that. I'm really not, because I think that Brad is going to stay within a realm that he can get a guy that he really wants. At this point, I'm all out. I'm all out of. We need Aiden Hutchinson needs some help. That's it. That's it. That's all I want him to do is get this guy a quality defensive end that can help Aiden Hutchinson. That is literally all I'm asking for. If that defensive end doesn't come to the 3rd round, okay. If he doesn't come to the second round, okay, this is it. So I feel like, okay, year one, I reacted to Jamison Williams because our defense, we needed some defense. Last year, had no problem with the picks at all until we got to Broderick Martin. This year, had a problem in free agency. I have to believe that Brad Holmes is going to take care of it in the draft, and we will go from there. I know that the quality of edge rusher kind of drops off after a select few, and Brad is going to have to figure this out. He said today in the press conference, like somebody asked him about more pressure. Is there more pressure picking at 29? And he was like, nope, no. So this is what he likes to do. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he got brewing at 29 or beyond that. So the question I have for you is, how would you feel? You go downtown, you waiting on pick 29, and they trade out. I'm going to be on all 3 days. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good, man. I would much rather, we talked about the years heading up to this, right? Year 2022, when we were battling Jacksonville, and y'all were upset that we gave away the number one pick by winning the last game of the season, which to me was ridiculous. Ridiculous. It got us the guy we wanted anyway. Didn't matter. Same thing. I'm not mad that I would much rather pick 29 every year. Well, I want to pick 32 every year, but I would much rather pick 29 every single year than pick 1 or 2 or 7 or 6. That's what I would much rather do. So let me know your thoughts. Trade out. I can't wait. I can't wait, man, because I think, like, for me, this is it. This is the year, man. Between free agency, building through the draft for the past 3 years, and where we ended off last year, this is the year. Get it done. Get it done. And I believe he's either going to do it or not. It's one or the other. And I'm just going to wait and see. That's it. So let me know your thoughts. Are you going to the draft? Will you be downtown for the NFL draft any of the 3 days? Let me know in the comments below. Also, Detroit Lions Weekly will be later tonight on the 18th for the reveal of the already spoiled jerseys. We'll be doing a video about that probably a little bit later, but wanted to announce that the giveaway for the Detroit Lions will be, for the Black Detroit Lion, will be next Thursday, but I'll get into detail. I'll make an exclusive video about that. All right. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other, because this channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. And as always, go Lions.